Oh, well. We were
You know
supposed to
what?
have our Mike Perry, liner introducing the show. But all right, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Let me send the text message out for our very first interview, which will be momentarily. Dustin Jacoby coming up in the next couple of minutes. Travis Thompson, who fights February 7th, I believe, at Knucklemania in Philadelphia. It's a shame that they're doing it Super Bowl weekend, because if not, well, at least I would be there. We all remember what happened at the last Knucklemania in Philadelphia. You may or may not have gone. Also on the show today is Step Up Day, Matthew.
Okay.
Today a decision will be made on the future of Matthew McClellan.
Oh yeah. All right.
And,
What do you think that means? What does that mean?
well, it means either it's put up or shut up. It's you talk a lot of garbage, of trash.
Is that what the MMA community does? Isn't that the way to get notoriety, is to talk trash?
Your community, the biohacking community, the mentally unstable community. What community are you in?
I'm kind of in all of them. I got a foot in all of them.
All right. Well, scheduled to be on the show. What time? About 1:30 or so Eastern Standard Time is my new CPA and accountant. And Daniel said that he has all of the information for you in legally changing your name to M, the Matt sign.
All right.
What's that sign called? What's that? What is that?
It's the S symbol.
Is that what it is?
I don't know if it's the technical name.
All right. Now, before he comes on, with everyone listening on the YouTube channels, we're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, KnockoutRadio.com, the Tan Talk Radio Network, everything else that we're involved in. Are you really going to be doing this? Are you really going to be legally changing your name down at the courthouse to Matt, the @ sign?
If it doesn't mess up, like we talked about earlier, like my inheritance, my mortgage, my family, my kids, and my legal ownership of them. I don't know.
Well, first of all, your drastic mistake is saying if it affects your mortgage. You should hope that it affects your mortgage.
Why?
If it makes you null and void on the mortgage, then that's a win-win.
Because then I don't own it anymore.
Well, you don't have the debt.
Well, like all the athletes and celebrities do it. I mean, Snoop Dogg became Snoop Lion, and Prince became a symbol.
But is that legally? Is that the legal documents? A lot of times, all these celebrities that have celebrity names, and I guess sometimes they get checks made out to that name. That's not legally their name. You have said that you are going to, well, you've said it before, and then you never showed up to get beat by David Vieira. So you didn't welch on the bet. You just welched on showing up and doing the bet.
Well, I mean, now that I know there's a possibility of doing it, if there's no repercussions and it's just changing the name for spelling purposes, then I'm down. I don't think I go to the DMV and get it printed with a @ symbol, my passport. I have questions, but because a lot of the computer algorithms, they don't allow you to put in the @ symbol and usernames because it doesn't recognize the coding. So would I have problems with immigration? Would I have problems with Homeland Security, with DMV? Is their software up to date to where they would allow it to be printed? Could it even be done? I don't know. I just don't know a lot of those questions.
Well, I think Daniel is going to fill you in on what he knows. And we will do that, like I said, roughly around 1:30 or so Eastern Standard Time.
I'm excited though. Do I get a new Social Security number? Does it erase debt? I mean, does it take away my car payment? I mean, what? Do I have to transfer it over? I mean, I have so many questions, but I'm so down to do this if it makes sense.
All right, so we'll talk to Daniel later. We are waiting for Dustin Jacoby. Has a fight coming up on February 1st. And as I was getting ready, my 32 seconds of research, I'm like, all right, this is this, and it's the week before. Well, it's 2 weeks before, typically, and I was even going to ask him this. When we talk fight week, how different is it 2 or 3 weeks out compared to his fight on February 1st? Do you know what day of the week February 1st is?
I do not.
It's a Sunday.
Okay.
Well, he's fighting in Australia.
Oh.
So that always confuses and throws us all up in, is it Sunday there? Is it Sunday here? Is it, so how much does that change? The part that I like the best, and also I anticipate bringing it up, when we go to a UFC, most of the time they're here in the States. I have traveled outside England, Germany, Brazil, Japan, Canada, gone to a handful outside the States. But when we watch those fights, whether it's UFC or not, here in the state, and it's an American against, we'll say, a Brazilian, what do we hear?
USA.
The USA chants, right?
Right.
When I went to Brazil and it was in hostile territory, we heard differently. I'm curious. I know that I enjoyed it, but do fighters enjoy going on enemy territory? Is that a plus? Is it a minus? Does it not matter? Again, Dustin may be finishing up his training, so as soon as he's done, he'll jump on. Go ahead.
According to the great Chael Sonnen, he said there was no advantage when he fought Anderson Silva for Anderson to fight in Rio or in Brazil because he lives in Beverly Hills in a mansion. And then, so he was like, Silva, Anderson speaks English. Why do we have to go to a press conference and listen to them speak in Portuguese, wait for the translation for him to answer it when knowing that he speaks English? Like it's just a show. It doesn't matter. So I don't think fighters really care about the crowd. I think they're just there to do business. But we'll find out from Dustin what he thinks.
Yeah, well, typically in Knockout Radio style, I screwed up all the timing. I forgot Dustin wanted to come on at 12:05. That's okay. 12:05 his time, not 12:05 our time.
Oh, he's in Denver?
Yes.
So it's at 2:05 then?
Well, I think it's the 1:05 for some reason. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip-flop, how we flippity-floppity, and let's reach out to Travis and see if he's done. He's not quite done. He's on a Zoom call with BKFC. Wonder how that's going to go down. Wonder how that's going to go down. Fighting in his backyard again. Mm-hmm. Have you talked to him lately? What's going through the animal's mind?
I need to talk to him. I haven't. I don't know the last time I talked to him. I'll be honest. I'm so far out of the fight camps now because with the commission, the last thing I want to do is lose my job because some coach said I was at somebody's camp where I got inside information or I did something to whatever. So I just kind of stay out of it. So I don't know. I haven't been keeping up. So
in other words, you are pulling a Randy because I said that to you for years and you blew it off. Oh, it's okay. It's not, it's kind of like our conversation we had with the Matt company, Align Matt. And I talk about it, that dumb thing that you keep in your mouth. And I made comments about it, but as soon as Randy Couture had it, it's not a dumb thing in his mouth anymore. Right. Now it's a legit piece of equipment for the biohacking world. I was telling you that all along, and you're like, it's okay. It's all right. Everybody knows that I'm this and that. So interesting.
Yeah, it's not that. So, but I'm a boy, Rip Santos coming in town. I'm going to try to catch up with some of the fighters tonight. Julian Lane's getting ready to get back in the squared circle. So maybe I'll try to connect them and, go over and check in and see Manette Flowers and Coach Bo and, Ryan Reaver and all the guys. But
okay. So now I'm confused. 32 seconds ago, you said you're not doing it, and this is why you're not doing it, to stay professional. You don't want to lose your job in the commission, and now you're planning on going to Alon Cruz's gym tonight at 7:30.
Well, I'm just going to introduce the Rip Santa Bill to all the fighters because he's a fan, he's a supporter, he loves the community, and the MMA world needs more of that, more people just like Bill who are business owners and who are don't have any dogs in the fight and don't have any skin in the game, but they promote the sport, and it's how these men and women support their lives. So we need more people like Bill, more business owners, more community leaders, and people who live what they preach.
We're also going to start a new segment at 2:45 every Wednesday, and Jared seems to be, from everything I've been told, a MMA guru. Okay, this guy knows everything, analytics. He has fights broken down, when, how, why. He may even have some betting advice. And now that I'm hooked on, I'm not going to plug the one that I'm doing the online betting because they're not involved in the show, so I'm not going to get involved with them other than lose money to them. But Jared will give some picks out, his best bet. And if you were to bet, I'll ask Jared and any non-fighter this. I'm not going to ask Dustin Jacoby. I won't ask Travis. But Matthew almost called you Matthew McConaughey. When you make a bet, when you make a bet, if you make a bet, are you making a sure thing bet? Now, nothing is a sure thing, but the Rams beating the 49ers beating, anybody beating the Carolina Panthers is as sure of a bet as you're going to get. Or do you go with a huge underdog? I made a $1 bet. The chance of this happening, is 500 to 1 because that's the odds.
Right.
I put $1 down on Christian McCaffrey to win the MVP award.
Okay.
I'm throwing $1 away. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So let's make it more. If it was a $10 bet, would you do the $10 bet, $1 to win $10? Pretty confident that even though McCaffrey's had a hell of a season, he's not a quarterback. It typically goes to a quarterback. It's not going to go to him. But it's worth, the opportunity of a $9 profit, not the $499 that I'm holding it at. Or would you go and bet the $1 to win $1.91 on the Rams beating the Panthers?
If I'm going to gamble, I would rather take the long shot. I'd rather take the $1 to win 500. Because crazy things happen all the time. The Bears statistically beating the Packers after the first quarter or first half. They had like a 5% chance to win that game. But if you would have bet the Bears to beat the Packers, that was a good payback.
When I was watching,
and I think they have in-game betting now. Right? You can bet like in the middle of the game based on statistics, like so.
Yep. And that's what I did. I bet on the over of the New England game. So at the time, it was like 9 total points, 12 total points, whatever. And the over was like 31. They're driving down the field. I'm like, well, if they score here and they get the ball at the beginning, it's $1. Mm-hmm. So I throw $1 on to win whatever. And then I got scared because they didn't score at the end. And you can cash out. So I lost like 9 cents or 12 cents to cash out, went to sleep, and woke up the next morning, and it did go on the over, and I would have won.
Yeah, I think when you bet, you just got to let it ride. You just got to let it do its thing. I see people at the roulette table, they're so indecisive, and until that ball is actually in the slot, they're like moving chips and taking stuff back, and it's like just when you commit, just go, let it happen, wash your hands, and don't bet if you don't have it to lose.
No, for sure.
You got to prepare that it's going to be lost. It's just like loaning a friend money. Don't expect to get paid back. It's you're given a gift, and if it comes back, great. And if it doesn't, don't lose a friendship over.
I agree with that, a little bit, but that's why I bet the big bucks, like $1. Now, the company that I'm using, they're called no sweat bets, and it's to sucker you in. I'm not stupid, but they'll give you up to $5. You have $5 in your account. You bet up to that $5, and if you lose, they put it back in your account. And then you get caught back up in it again. So I did one of those long shots. I just picked out of the hat the Rams game. I think it was the Rams game. And I picked one of the receivers, and it hit for $28.
Okay.
So I could have got my $5 back. But by winning, I won $28. So now I'm playing on their money. But and I know, now when I lose all that of $28 when I bet on the UFC in 2 weeks, I'm going to put more money in the account.
Of course. Yeah. Because now it's a part of your just habit. And then sports aren't as exciting without having a dog in the fight. So or a vested interest in the outcome of a sporting event. So now they get you hooked on the dopamine and getting that excitement and that thrill of winning. And then, so yeah, you got to be careful because you're messing with hormones. Controlling hormones is, but it's more of the the psychological. It's the dopamine response that is what's triggering all that excitement. Otherwise, if there's no excitement behind gambling, no one would do it. It's the thrill
Really?
of winning. Yeah.
Really? I don't do it for excitement. And Dana White has talked about it numerous times. He does it to win money. He has a set goal. When he hits that number, he walks out. It's not exciting to put, especially the kind of money he puts down. It's all about winning money. And I got to win that dollar, because if I win 3 bets at $1, I have enough to go buy a Diet Coke.
Oh, boy. We got so much to talk about.
All right, let's go hit our first break. Big things coming next week. I'll be at the Meta Apex. Did you see that? That press conference really wasn't a press conference. It was just some comments from Dana. I'll be at the Apex next week. We will be coming to you live from the Super Bowl in a couple weeks. Right now, let's go out and thank some of our sponsors. I'm going to reach out to Travis Thompson, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Debbie Checker, right here talking sports with Randy Harris.
Got bills and looking for work, but nobody is hiring? Staff Zone is, as the leading provider of commercial construction, industrial, and special event staffing throughout the Southeast, Texas, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, Kansas City, and many other locations. Staff Zone has plenty of work for you, and they need you now. Don't wait. Go to www.staffzone.com and find a branch closest to you. Work today, get paid today. That's the Staff Zone way.
Don't wait. Maximize your tax refund and minimize your stress level. Call Precision Accounting and Tax Solutions at 727-739-8627. With over 15 years experience in corporate and individual tax returns, tax advisor analytics, small business accounting, in-house payroll services, IRS representation, as well as public notary and full bilingual services. Call Precision Accounting and Tax Solutions at 727-739-8627. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it's true. Very, very true. Conveniently located across from the St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Fia with Remax Realty Unlimited, 813-494-4873. For 29 years, I've had the honor of helping families across Tampa Bay find their perfect homes. As a national ranked award-winning agent, I pride myself on having the best customer service and deep local knowledge. Whether you're buying and selling in Tampa Bay, I'll guide you every step of the way. Jennifer Fio, 813-494-4873. Let's make your next move your best move.
You're hungry. Where do you go to eat?
Berg Sports Bar and Grill.
You want to have a drink? Where do you go?
Berg Sports Bar and Grill.
Having a get-together with the guys from the softball team? Where do you do it?
That's right, Berg Sports Bar and Grill.
Located at 1320 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg, right across from Tropicana Field. Berg's is the best place to take the whole family for food and fun. Going to a Rays game? Have dinner before the game at Berg's, and after the Rays win, come and celebrate with all your friends at Berg's, right across from the Trop. So come down and see Berg and the whole gang at Berg Sports Bar and Grill.
Berg Sports Bar and Grill.
8-Man Strong is not simply about the biggest or strongest. It's about those who have survived true lows, suffered, faced demons real or in their heads, and are fighting to come back against it all. If you live with a passion for greatness and strength and resilience towards all obstacles that may attempt to derail you, if you're bold and aggressive in the pursuit of the things you want in life, if you are meant to overcome everything that stands in your path of reaching your goals, then you are 8-Man Strong.
Hi, this is Vinny LeCavalier, and you're listening to Knockout Radio.
All right, we are back coming to you live from the Cool Breeze AC broadcast facility here in St. Pete, Pinellas County. Matt in his dungeon. Are you back out in the garage? Is that where you're living now, or are you in your studio?
No, I mean, I could live in the garage. It's literally a biohacking studio. So all I need is like a massage table and a line mat on top of it. Could sleep on that, go in the sauna, go in the cold tub, get my vertical conditioning. I never have to leave the house. And my router is inside the house, so it's better for EMF frequencies.
If all of the whatever you want to call them align, how awesome would this be? As we all know, Mike Tomlin stepped down yesterday or the day before, whatever it was, from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, for all of you football fans and for everybody screaming we want Mike Tomlin in wherever. There's like 9 openings for head coaching
9.
jobs in the NFL, and probably more if Tomlin or Harbaugh call. Okay. You can't just sign Mike Tomlin. Mike
Wow.
Tomlin is under contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
So they would have to make a trade, just like what Denver did, and everybody couldn't believe that
Wait.
Denver gave up what they gave up.
Hold on. Coaches get traded?
Coaches have been traded, yes.
What?
Do you live in a dungeon?
Yes. You just
John
said that.
Gruden got traded. John Gruden got traded.
I didn't know you could get traded to the
Don
coach.
Shula got traded. Some say Don Shula was the greatest trade in the history of the NFL. He got traded for a first-round draft pick and others, I'm sure. Gruden, I think, Ed, what did we give up? Like 1s and 2s, right?
Yeah, actually, ones and cash.
yes.
How many millions in cash was that?
Yeah. A lot, but well worth it because look what he did. So, yes, Matt, coaches can be traded. So the only way that Mike Tomlin could take a job this upcoming year is to make a trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers of draft picks. I mean, they're not going to be looking for money.
Well, speaking of Tomlin, I mean, I saw a report that said he's lived in the facility for 19 years. He actually has a home or a place down in the training facility somewhere like by the pipes and the towels and like whatever, but they've made an apartment or some kind of livable accommodations. But he's lived on site for 19 years. Do you believe any of that? Do you think that's real?
Lived meaning he has a place, a cot or a room or something. Yeah, I believe that. I believe Gruden had some place that he could have slept other than just on his desk. A lot of those guys, if they work late, they have to be back in the next morning. And so I could see that.
Yeah.
You've seen some of the offices at $1. They're like penthouse suites.
Right.
You kidding me?
Well, I mean, Chad Ochocinco lived in the Bengals facility for like his first 2 years,
that's
right?
a little different.
Well, that was just to save money.
But and then he eats McDonald's.
All his
every
money
day.
was going to child support.
I almost took a job once where I would have slept at the complex.
Really?
Back when I was working, with the St. Louis Cardinals and the St. Pete Cardinals and the Cardinals organization. There was talks, and we had some talks about me becoming an equipment manager, which I wasn't in a position to go do that, but I would have slept at the facility, and for the main purpose was to save money, so that I could put money aside to buy a house just out of the military, all that kind of stuff. You have everything there, and these are the old complexes, which were hole in the wall awful, so it is what it is, and we'll continue talking about that, but I don't want to upset anybody today because I'm not in the mood of right hands, left hands, no elbows, no knees, but the animals are the animals. Travis, what's up, man?
Nothing much. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're excited. A lot of things coming up for Knockout Radio, but more importantly, a lot of things coming up, or one thing is coming up. And I knew you were not going to cancel the fight. So there was talks that I was going to invite Travis to be part of the team in San Francisco. I didn't know you had a fight, contracted and scheduled for Knucklemania. And you're like, well, I could cancel the fight. I knew you were not going to cancel that.
I can't do that. There's no way. I mean, for me to do Knucklemania, it's huge. If it was just even if it was just a small fight, I don't think I'd cancel it. That's just the way I am.
Exactly.
You know that.
No, I know. So I know. So instead, I gave it to Matt. So
I'm sorry to do that to you, Randy.
Yeah, I know. So you're gonna owe me big time.
Yep, I got you.
So
next time you come up to Philly, I'll have to get you cheesesteak.
At a real place, not the tourist traps. We've talked about that.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Everybody thinks that. So before we talk about the upcoming fight, Knucklemania, in my hometown of Philadelphia, what's new? What's going on? How's the family?
Everyone's doing great. I appreciate you asking. Nothing's really new. I mean, everyone got everything they wanted for Christmas. So they're all happy about that. Had a great New Year's. Training. That's all I've been doing. Working out all day, every day.
What did Travis get for the holidays?
Thing of coal.
a contract.
Yeah.
In the
There you go,
DKFC.
Matt. Good job.
Stick it back in the ring.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I got. That's why I got
Does,
his
does the
contract.
feeling change at all? And Dustin Jacoby will be on in the third hour, and I'm going to ask him the same question. You guys have been fighting for so long. Is it the same feelings? Is it the same, everything?
The only thing that's not the same is that you're not nervous anymore. When you first came up, like, don't get me wrong, you're always got butterflies no matter what. It's just when you first start out, you're like, oh crap, this many people are going to be there. This person's going to be there, that person's going to be there. I don't want to disappoint. You're always going to have that type of mentality in your head at some point in time. But for me, now that I've been doing it so long, it's like another day in the office. As soon as I stand in the event center, I mean, we're at the Xfinity Mobile. This is humongous. You're going to have over 18,000 people. It's going to be electric, but I've done it before. It's not like it's new. It's still me and one other person across from me. So I don't really care.
So before we find out why the hyena is laughing, let me ask you this, Travis. I mean, I've gotten to know you pretty well, so I think I know the answer. But is this a job, or is it just you're doing something that you're going to get paid to do and you would do for free?
It's a little bit of both. I act as though it's a job because I mean, obviously you get paid to do it. But you have to also represent yourself in a professional way. So in that aspect, it is a job. But honestly, I enjoy doing it. I love it. So don't tell Dave this, but I probably would do it for like nothing.
Well, he doesn't listen to the show, so don't worry.
I know. He doesn't listen. It doesn't matter. He doesn't listen to me. No, my phone calls, my text messages, nothing. So I get it.
What's it like being compared to Tito Ortiz? And the reason I'm asking you that is Tito used to get, picked on and bullied and, verbally, not physically, and I know people say the same thing about you, about how you dress, how you go to press conferences. Tito always was in the suit. You're always in the suit. So what's it like being compared to one of the legends in combat sports, Tito?
Well, this is the first time ever being told I was compared to him. I mean, that's humongous. I have always admired Tito. So for you to even say that is huge. The way I look at it, it's just like when you were in middle school and high school. You had to represent your school. You had to represent your town. So you always dressed the part. You always look good. Shirt tucked in, collared shirt, you look good. Same thing when I go to the fights, to the arenas. I'm representing myself, my town, my family, the gym. I represent a lot. My mouth does get me in trouble, but that's also what sells the fight. But I still like to have some type of professionalism to myself. That's why I dress the way I dress when I get there.
So your mouth gets you in trouble. You try to be professional. So now we'll bring Matt in, who laughed like a hyena a minute ago, who's not professional, doesn't dress professional. So it's a perfect time to bring him in. Why were you laughing? Right. What was so funny?
So because, he just said there's going to be 18,000 fans in the arena, which is a massive amount. I mean, probably a record for BKFC. And then my mind started to process like, well, man, why so many people come to the fight? And then, of course, Travis is fighting, and he's from Pennsylvania, so that's a hometown guy. And then when he says it's going to be electric, I'm like, that's the answer, because the people have to come in person because the Amish are not allowed to watch on TV. and obviously, Travis is like,
no, it's not Lancaster.
Where did the beer come from, bro? Like, are you Amish now? Like, is that your fan base?
Right.
Like, are you going to dress in all black? No shiny buttons.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. No,
do an Amish fight
kit. Horse and carriage.
to the fight. So let me ask you both a question. Matt's going to pretend because he has a badge and he's on the commission. But will they make you trim that beard? Because it looks like a pillow right now.
No, they don't. They don't usually make you trim it. And not only that, but I can pretty much do what I want in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, because he's part of the Amish Mafia. Like,
I'll cut one hair and be like, there you go, I trimmed it.
No, but statistically, you have a less chance of knocking a man out if he has a full beard. It's actually
that's
a safety.
The dumbest thing. No, that's bullcrap.
No, they've done studies.
I don't care what you've done, dude. You're a knuckles hitting your jaw. Okay, I don't believe any of that crap. The only thing I do believe is that it will soak up the blood. So if you have blood coming down your face, it'll it'll catch the blood, but it's not a cushion. Get out of
I
here
can
with that
settle
shit.
this. I can settle this.
I'll punch Matt in the face.
Well, no. Well, yeah, definitely we're going to have you do that, but we're going to let Matt grow a mountain man beard,
Yep.
and then we're going to set it up. We're going to go to somebody's gym, whether we come up to Philly or down here. Sooner or later, I'm going to get Matt beat up, Travis. I'm trying to get him beat up sooner or later. It's got to happen.
Oh, I know you've tried. You've tried plenty of times. What was that? The one where he got choked out. Who was it that choked him out?
Ben Saunders.
There
the
you go.
Killer
Yeah,
Bee. Yeah.
that's right.
Everybody
Oh,
was in on it,
wow.
but Matt.
Except Matt.
I'm never in on it.
All right, so if we can set that up, Matt, how long will it take you to grow that alfalfa beard that Travis has right now?
Yeah, I mean, what's the recruiting process to join the Amish? Like, is it like a 2-year window? Like, how long do I have to wait and like before I can join?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
No,
All right.
but so are you wearing a Eagles jersey? Is that what you have on? What's your
Right,
shirt?
no, this is my Philly one.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
yeah.
because I was like, well, since Travis is so good with his hands, maybe he could teach AJ Brown how to catch.
Oh man,
the
that
ball.
was tough. That was tough. You know,
What's the vibe like in Philly? Like, is the city just deflated, or are you guys?
well,
it's
it's deflated. It's deflated right then and there. But you got to
Right.
realize it's also Philly, so we're already moving on to the
Onto the Phillies.
Flyers.
They're already getting ready
Yeah,
for spring training for the
exactly.
Phillies. Correct.
Exactly, Flyers and Phillies. Exactly, that's what happened.
Are they
Right.
still? I know that their moniker back in the day was the Broad Street Bullies. Are they?
Yep.
Do they still go by that? I know the city's Broad Street Bullies, but are the Flyers still considered that?
I would think so. I mean, that's the way I look at them. They should be. I've seen a couple of them out at the clubs and stuff. I like to get them to do that. Be those
Interesting.
Broad Street Bullies, you know.
All right, so let's talk for a minute. I know we like to just jibber jabber and have fun. Talk about what do you know? Do you not even care? I'm sure you know the name of who you're fighting, but
Yep.
anything about him we should know?
He's coming from BYB, so he's trying to, set himself up. That's why he's coming to fight me. I'm what you would call one of the OGs in this company. This will be the 14th fight for BKFC. Yeah, I'm tied for the most. So he's trying to come in and put a damper on things for me. It's Knucklemania. I don't lose at Knucklemania. Philly, I'm not going to lose in Philly. I'm going to demolish this guy. It's Joshua Oxendine. He's got a pretty quick jab. He's kind of taller, lengthier. He doesn't like pressure. What do you think I bring? I bring it all day, every day. So
You know what you know what I find interesting, Travis, and I think this does say a lot, about you. And I'm not trying to blow smoke. And Matt, you and I will talk about that reporter in Jacksonville and that kind of stuff. So I don't want it to sound like that, but this is a big deal because there is hatred between BYB and BKFC. I mean,
and honestly, I think that's more from like the the company standard, the BKFC people and the BYB people. As far as fighters go,
right?
I could care less. I
understand it, and I understand it's more organization.
Yeah.
I've had people from BYB reach out to me. Why are you not this? Why are you not that? And I told them blatantly because I'm going to cover BKFC. Some things that I have an email from somebody high up, and I would never cover BYB again. But from a company standpoint, so it doesn't matter to fighters per se, but if it matters, to the presidents, to the big shots, to the chairman, then this matters to Dave Feldman. And for Dave Feldman to have you're the guy that's standing up for BKFC, I think says a lot about that relationship and you.
I appreciate that. And you've heard me say it on here plenty of times. Dave is family to me. His dad was my trainer. Dave's came with me to Vegas when we fought. He's been a part of my entire professional career. So it does mean a lot, and I love to that's honestly why I have fought so many times for BKFC, because I can't let it go. I love it. I love being around the Feldman family.
Go ahead, Matt.
according to Gemini AI, there's a 16% impact decrease with a beard as opposed to like a bone or a flesh
Right.
knuckle on skin, bare skin. So it distributes the energy throughout the hair follicles. They've done testing in the lab at the University of Utah, and they did it with shaved like mannequins, and then they use sheepskin to mimic facial hair. So there does seem to be a little bit of an energy distribution. But
Thanks, Bill Nye. Thanks, Bill Nye. Bill Nye, the science guy over
The
here.
science guy. We just got an update from the
Bill-
science guy.
Yeah.
yeah, Bill Nye wouldn't lie, would
Nope.
he? But if AI says it, it's got to be true.
That's right.
Unless the animal says it, then we'll believe him because how many
I
fights
really
is this?
don't.
How many fights is this being through?
This will be 14 for BKFC.
Wow.
How about total?
Wow. It's only 6
think-
years for BKFC
think-
has only been in existence for 6 years.
No, it hasn't. It's been 2018, so that's 8 years. Let's do the math.
He's from Indiana, Travis. Let's put up with
That's
it.
true.
Is it that long already? It feels like
Yep.
it was yesterday.
June,
Wow.
what was it? June 2nd, 2018?
Great steakhouse was right next to the building. That's all I remember. All I remember about BKFC, main event, wore a Knockout Radio shirt, then some 8-man strong stuff, and then we went to a steakhouse that was 50% off for vets.
That's awesome. That's
I would
awesome.
fly back to Wyoming just to go to that steakhouse for 50% off.
So here's the messed up thing that people don't really know. I guess there were supposed to be like some type of death threats and stuff, like they were gonna stop the show from ever occurring. So as a fighter, I had no clue what the hell was going on. I'm out running in Wyoming in the middle of the night. Like I wish someone would have told me that looking back. I'm trying to shed the last couple pounds. I go for like a 3-4 mile run. And it was probably like 7-8 o'clock at night. I was like, oh great. Would have been nice to know that back then. I wouldn't have gone for that run.
Well, how would they have
Wow.
known that you were a fighter? Were you all dressed and decked out in BKFC
Please.
stuff?
Yeah, you know how I am. I always have something on with BKFC.
So,
Like,
so
how-
may-
They probably said like Feldman's golden child.
son, Feldman's son.
yeah, yeah, right.
The fighting Amish, and he's like running
Yeah,
down the
yeah,
middle of
fighting
Wyoming.
Amish, yeah.
There's a buggy and a triangle on his back, one of those like orange triangles.
Oh man.
Travis, how much longer do you plan on doing this? Is it something, that you're going to know when the time comes, or do you have a time period, or when you stop loving what you're doing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure my body will tell me. I'm still feeling great, still very active. Nothing's stopping me, and I think that's also because of the work that I do.
Right.
I'm a very active person. Yeah, I don't know.
So let's
I
talk
still
about-
enjoy it, and I love it.
Let's talk about the recovery side. Like, what do you do to like stay at this age to stay able to do what you're doing? Like,
So as far as recovery goes, I mean, I'm not really blowing smoke up your butt, but like I'm like Wolverine. Like when I get injured, when I get messed up, when after a fight within a week, it doesn't even look like I fought. So, and you've seen my eyes where they've been swelled up, they've been bloody. Within a week, it doesn't even look like I fought. As far as staying active, like I said, I have a landscape company. I do a lot of hardscaping, which is like stone, pavers, all that stuff. So I'm always active. I'm always doing something, and it's always labor, like manual labor. I don't like using machines because it costs money to get the piece of equipment, and also when you use the piece of equipment, you're going to damage the property. So I try to do everything by hand.
I got a better idea. I got a new idea.
What's
This
that?
is perfect.
Right,
This is
so-
perfect. All right, so this is what we're going to do this summer. Even if I have to pay, even if I have to pay for Matt's flight, we will fly up to Philadelphia, hang out,
Yeah.
and we'll worry about punching him in the beard and all that stuff at the end of the day.
It should be grown out by then.
Right.
Like
So,
I'll be a Viking.
so the beard will be all grown out, and then we're going to go, and I'm going to video it as the two of you do hard labor, manual labor, and we'll
Please.
film Matt. We'll see how long Matt can last, and then that's when you get to punch him.
We should do an over under. We should be able to do an over under of like 15 minutes.
Bro, What do you guys think I am? Are you kidding me? I'm
No,
stoned
I'm
all
just
the
saying,
time. You think I
no.
can't do stoned like labor?
You got to do the stone labor I do, though.
I
There's a
I
big
thought
difference.
Randy was going to have you come down here and do all of his landscaping for free, so you could do it for us from your fight camp.
That would make more sense.
It's like,
Well played,
oh.
Matt. Well played. Well played.
It's like Matt will go buy all the rocks.
Look at Randy now. The gear's moving. The gears are moving.
I didn't think about that one. Yeah, you're right.
You know, that's actually a good idea. The pool could use a recoating.
It's, you know what? You're right. I didn't think about it. Travis, I'd love to fly you down to Pinellas County. How's that?
Yeah, I'll pay for your flight and everything. I'll even have Matt pick you up at the airport.
We'll have Matt pick you up. Then Matt will bring you to the studio. And then you and I will go to Busch Gardens, and Matt will go do the stonework, and we'll see how long he lasts. We'll have cameras at the house.
See if it actually gets done.
How long could you go, Matt?
Dude, I used to do construction. Like I was built for outside. I don't even go indoors except to do this show.
You used to be in a happy marriage too. A lot of things change.
Wow. I mean, I don't think we're ever happy. Like I'm just saying, but like I'm still if I can be outside, I love it. I love the extreme heat, I love the extreme cold. It's the healthiest way to live because your body turns on defense genes. So I see it as an opportunity for just longevity. So it's not physical manual labor or punishment. I actually enjoy being outside. I love working on my hands. I love doing this.
All right, just let me throw this out. I haven't said it in a while. Joining us right now is Travis Thompson, the animal, back in the squared circle in Philadelphia, February 7th.
Knucklemania 6. Knucklemania 6. So I did Knucklemania 1, Knucklemania 5, and now Knucklemania 6.
So now you have to do at least 3 more.
Absolutely.
Will they always stay in Philadelphia? I would ask Dave, but Dave's been extremely busy.
Yeah, I would like to see it, see that happen or occur, but you never know. You never know.
Well, you don't think
we started in Florida. We had 2 of them in Florida. I couldn't even tell you where all of them have been. I just know where I've been.
Well, don't you think, like, I mean, the one that they had the first Knucklemania, I believe it was in Lakeland. Well,
Yes,
it was
it
with
was in
the
Lakeland.
Super Bowl. It was when the
Yep.
Super Bowl was in Tampa.
Yep.
I thought they were going to follow that script because you have all the celebrities. Shaq came to that one in attendance. I mean, so you had all these celebrities in town for the Super Bowl, and it just made sense to have Knucklemania in the same vicinity of where all the media and celebrities are for the week anyway. So I thought that was a pretty cool format. I don't know why they abandoned it.
Here's the problem with that. Okay, and I'll tell you, I can't tell you why BKFC didn't do it, but I'll tell you what the problem is. If it was in Tampa, when the Super Bowl was in Tampa, that makes sense.
Have anyone there. No,
but you can't do it in Tampa because the hotels are all gone, everything is gone because the Super Bowl locks all that up. So you're going to get some celebs if it's Lakeland and it's in Tampa.
It's a day before. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
It's just tough. So you can't have it both ways. You either need to lock it in. We're going out to San Francisco.
Yeah.
You can't find any place in San Francisco because the Super Bowl, the NFL has locked everything up. Right. And what you can get, what is normally $300 is $800. I talked to a local media person. His hotel, which is the NFL hotel, is a couple $100. It goes up to $300. It goes up to $600. And like on Friday, it's $1,800.
Wow.
I just can't see anybody, to bring a whole team, the whole BKFC squad, all the fighters, so it makes sense. I love the idea, not because Philadelphia is one of the greatest cities on the planet, but, Feldman's relationship from Philly, the commission, they fought having bare knuckle in the state of Pennsylvania, that Philly FU thing. I love having Knucklemania in Philadelphia every year. Make it an annual event.
I think it should be only because that's Philadelphia.
Right.
Fighting Phils. You know what I mean? That's what Philadelphians are. We all fight. We fight for everything we have. And that's why we have such a great fighting background. All the great boxers, MMA, everything. So it's
Rocky Balboa.
fitting. Yeah, it's only fitting to have BKFC here with Knucklemania.
We're having a great conversation. Then Randy had to.
No, don't say that because I love Rocky Balboa. Nope.
I mean, but like he's not real. He's like.
It doesn't matter. It's
like he's a unicorn.
It's not. It's not. Don't say it. He's not. What Rocky?
The story is real.
every Philadelphian is what Rocky is. That's what Rocky is. Rocky to me is every single Philadelphian. Okay. One way or another, you are the champion. Whether it's working to put food on the table, doing what you do, you have to grind. That's what Rocky did. So I love the whole storyline and everything with Rocky. I've always followed all those movies. Yeah, after number 4, I did the training. I think it was 97 when we had that big blizzard. I'd run in the snow. Did all that stuff. I loved it.
I wonder if they've ever like broken that down, like the training style from Rocky, like how it applies into like a real fight camp. Like, could you do Rocky's exact formula, exactly what he did, and then step inside the squared circle?
Why
Well,
couldn't
let me jump in just for a second because,
Yeah.
Matt is uneducated in Rocky Balboa and Rocky Balboa's story in the
Yep.
fact that all of those things were taken from real boxers. And I
Yeah.
know that I've told this story that Burt, I can't think of his last name, Watson. Burt Watson was involved with the UFC. He was the hype guy in the back. He made sure everything went, straight. And I've told this story. I went to a UFC wearing a Rocky Balboa shirt, and he almost beat me up. He told me take that shirt off because he managed Joe Frazier.
That's
And a
cool.
lot of those things that Rocky Balboa allegedly did, Joe Frazier did do in Philadelphia.
Wow. That's
So, the story is real. The character just plays out that story. So
Absolutely.
don't ever disrespect Rocky Balboa again.
Exactly. Exactly.
My apologies. Sorry, I
Right.
made fun of a
You
fake
know better.
character.
You know better.
I'm good. I'm sorry.
The Allie keeps walking past. What are you doing, Allie? Nothing.
So how will you, I know we only have another couple minutes left. How will you concentrate on not concentrating that you have a fight in a couple weeks?
I concentrate by concentrating on the fact that I have a fight in a couple weeks. So everything I do is towards that fight. I don't like to do anything except worry about what is going to happen.
Well, there you have
That's
it.
just the way I've always been. I like I said before, you had said about being professional. That's my job. My job is that fight. So I do everything I can to ensure a great performance. That goes to, for everything. I don't have a manager. I manage myself. So that means getting on doing these podcasts. That means getting all my uniform, everything ordered, sponsors, all that stuff. I have to do all of it. So that's the only way of me taking my mind off of training is by doing that other stuff.
I still say we should hang one of your fight banners in the studio here.
I thought I gave you one, didn't I?
No, you didn't. It's okay.
Well, no, I'll send you one. I haven't. No, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? I would absolutely send you one.
All right. So when are we going to set this up? Are we coming up to Philly? You coming down? You bringing the family down? You coming solo? We bringing the family up? We doing solo? What are we going to do?
It's up to you guys. I would love to bring my family down to Florida just because, Kelly has her best friend lives in Orlando. I know it's a little bit of a hike from you guys, but it's a lot closer than 15, 16 hours.
Well, I agree with you. It's not far for us, but to say it's closer for you, it's a difference of 86 miles. So don't make it out like it's going to save you days of driving. But
dude,
no-
it's nothing. I'm pretty sure I was training. I know I was training at St. Pete's with Keon. I left training to drive to Orlando. They see them come off the plane just to drive back. So it's not like it can't be done.
And we will be there tomorrow. Travis, appreciate your time. Anything in closing there, Matthew?
No, go Amish. Go Amish. Like,
Amish Mafia.
You should get sponsored by them.
yeah, for
That'd
sure.
be awesome. That'd be
Get
great.
to like raw goat milk and like just like holistic, like raw butter, real butter.
Oh,
eggs
man.
in it. Get Amish farm and like
If it's possible, I know typically you find out, just days, a couple of weeks before. There's some Amish restaurants in town. I think we could hook it up, and they would sponsor or be part sponsor. They make some of the greatest pies. You know who I'm talking about? Yoder's
I know. Yeah.
down there. But all right, we'll stay in touch. We'll talk before the fight. enjoy work, enjoy the process, and
Absolutely. Thank
we'll
you
talk
guys
soon.
very much. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to have me on the show.
You're the best. You're part of the show. You're not on the
Oh,
show. You're
man.
part of the show.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate you
I-
guys.
Take
See you,
care.
bro.
That is our
Later.
that's our main guy, Travis. I love that dude. I'll take care of all that.
Are you
I had to
banned?
do. Huh?
Banning people from the show now? You're kicking people off the show? What's going on?
He said made negative comments about you. So
Well,
I stuck-
here's the thing. Here's
I
the thing.
stuck
We have
up
a lot. We have a lot of internet trolls. We
Yep.
have a lot of people that are really Billy badasses on the keyboard. But I'm outside. I'm at the arenas. I don't hear any friction. Nobody talks nothing crazy when I'm in person. It's only
Well-
on this little platform.
First of all, it's not a little platform.
Well, I'm just saying, like in the chat rooms, like they want to talk crazy, but they won't say it like when I'm present.
I don't want to get involved, and I don't want to get involved. I know who that person is,
Okay.
and yeah, it's just not worth it. My 99.5% blocked Widowmaker, and definitely just not worth it. Better to just move on, and that's what I chose to do.
I got a few new tricks up my sleeve, It's like I want to test them out.
No comment.
But but I gotta get it paid for it though. That's what I learned from the pro fighters. You only fight when you get paid for it.
Of course.
Otherwise you're just stupid.
Well, and the flip side of that is as well is you can get in trouble, whether it's financially, legally, by punching somebody, by running them over, by attempting to run them over, by getting, shooting at somebody who's trying to run you over. It's not worth all that hassles. We both have attorneys and all that stuff, but it's just not worth, doing all that. So that's why this is a new, gentler me.
Just sign the contract, step inside the ring.
Exactly. Then you get paid to do it. It's
Man,
all sanctioned.
I'll just call Tim, my boss, and be like, hey, I need you to sanction this fight. I'm gonna take the shirt off and the badge off, and I'll see who steps across.
I saw and I watch very few reels, but I watched a reel of Herb Dean, and I can't remember who the fighter was, and he reffed Herb Dean's first fight or one of his first fights. So it's ironic, and they were talking about it now.
Oh.
Herb refs his fights, and vice versa. So exciting. Next week we'll talk about it over the next 2 hours. Paramount starts next week.
Yeah, that's big.
I've learned a little bit about Roku, and at least my cable network Spectrum gives Paramount Plus free, gives there's like 6 or 7 ESPN Plus. There's a bunch on the Spectrum, and it's not free. With the package you are paying for, it now includes Paramount, this, that, and the other. And I'll tell you this much: I'll be able to watch a whole lot more MMA, UFC, whatever else is on Paramount, because it's part of my streaming system that I'm already paying for.
Well, I think everybody will, because now you have one central place to go and find it. I mean, before it was on Disney Plus, or it was on ESPN Plus, or it was over on DAZN, or it was, it's like moved around. It was really hard to find fights, with the time changes and the traveling and different time zones.
And it wasn't even that. I know people, my brother being one, who can afford every pay-per-view if it was every day of the week, and he would buy the pay-per-view and he couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of problems with the 4-letter network, and we've heard that, we've read that, but people that are putting that money in finally said, screw it, it's not worth it. I want to watch. I don't even care. My brother hasn't watched the UFC in a while.
Well, that's the world we're in. It's got to be instant gratification. If it doesn't work and you can't find it when you have that impulse, you already got a distraction to get something else or do something else. So if it causes frustration to find it, you lose that client for the night. Or that
Don't root against that frustration. I know we have to hit this break, but I'm getting a pair of those Meta glasses, and I'm already frustrated that I can't figure out how to use them. So you may end up with a pair before I even get them in my hands, because I can't even read the instructions. So, all right, 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong and Stat Zone. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. This is Levante David, linebacker of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you're listening to the Knockout Radio.
8 Man Strong is not simply about the biggest or strongest. It's about those who have survived true lows, suffered, faced demons real or in their heads, and are fighting to come back against it all. If you live with a passion for greatness and strength and resilience towards all obstacles that may attempt to derail you, if you're bold and aggressive in the pursuit of the things you want in life, if you are meant to overcome everything that stands in your path of reaching your goals, then you are 8 Man Strong. Got bills and looking for work, but nobody is hiring? Staff Zone is, as the leading provider of commercial construction, industrial, and special event staffing throughout the Southeast, Texas, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, Kansas City, and many other locations. Staff Zone has plenty of work for you, and they need you now. Don't wait. Go to www.staffzone.com and find a branch closest to you.